What's up, guys? We're here at AMC Town Square with Chasing Cinema,
Mr. James Shoop.com,
and we got one of three movies: War Dogs, Miles Teller,
Jonah Hill,
War Dogs,
Todd Phillips,
Hangover, Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper, that's right. Good memory. We have this movie that tells the true story of these two young guys who pretty much got into the arms game during this specific time in the U.S. government where they had to give kind of smaller people a shot to get in. And it's a very, very complicated story. But just know this movie looks great. I had the opportunity to talk to Todd Phillips at CinemaCon, and the way that he talked about this movie, I am really excited to see it. I'm hoping it's really, really good. Jonah Hill and Miles Teller. We all know Miles Teller is not someone I particularly like, besides in the movie Whiplash. He's phenomenal.
He was amazing in Whiplash.
So I'm hoping I could add another movie to that list and be like, oh, he's good in Whiplash and, War Dogs.
Hopefully War Dogs.
But, we have to see. Jonah Hill, I rarely dislike Jonah Hill, on the other hand, so I'm hoping he's really, really good. Bradley Cooper's always good. Todd Phillips, this is an interesting pace, though it does kind of appeal to be a comedy. This movie does look like it's taking on a more interesting, serious type of movie, so I'm hoping Todd Phillips does a great job.
How long is the movie?
About an hour and 50 minutes, 2 hours.
Okay, well, the trailers for me has done a wonderful job.
Yes.
I'm pumped up to see this. Let's see if I get so jacked up I'm gonna want to go to war, dog. Alright, so we just got out of War Dogs. Yes! Great film. Loved it a lot. No, because I've seen
sounded so injected.
I've seen so many stinkers lately, or movies that just were like, okay, it was good.
It's been a very mediocre summer.
Yeah, but this one, I really, it wasn't I loved it, but it was right below that. It was a great film. I really enjoyed this a lot. Jonah Hill plays a like Wolf of Wall Street guy, but even like just freaking aggressive as hell, even more if that's believable. And Miles Teller, now there's Whiplash, now there's War Dogs. He didn't annoy me at all. I enjoyed his character, but the one person that stood out, which was for me, was that his wife. It was like, it reminded
Miles Teller's wife.
Yeah, in the movie, it reminded me of like Penelope Cruz. Even has the same accent as her. Oh, she was banging, bro. Yeah. I know that has nothing to do with anything about the movie, but the movie was good. I really enjoyed it. It was a great movie, actually. Definitely a top 10 of the year. Probably on the lower scale of the 10, but it's still, at least it's something's peaked in. Jeez, but it's Oscar season coming up. Anyway.
Did you like it better than Suicide Squad?
No, I don't think I liked it better.
Wow, really?
Right now. I don't know. Get back to me.
She was just saying that so you don't get hate.
Yeah, because I'm still on the Harley Quinn vibe, you know what I mean?
So Harley Quinn or Miles Teller's wife?
Harley Quinn.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Let's not be stupid.
But
I thought she was banging. Anyway, overall, the story was cool. The pacing was cool. I loved it. I want to Wikipedia it now and see the real story. At the ending, they didn't show us what these guys really look like.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned a good point, which is probably they look nothing like.
That's what I have to assume.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. But yeah, I really thought it was a great film.
Yeah. Really quick. No, okay, we'll go back to that because I'm sure we're gonna have a discussion about it. But anyway, I really agree. I think this was definitely one of the better films of the summer. We are kind of exiting that summer season now, and we're gonna get into like a little bit of a slow period, and then the award seasons will pick up. But I was really surprised how much I enjoyed this movie. Granted, I also didn't love it. I also don't think it was great. I don't think it was one of the I don't think it was the best movie of the summer or anything like that. But it is definitely up there. Definitely one of the better films we've seen in recent weeks. I liked it better, of course, than Sausage Party or Pete's Dragon. I liked it better than Suicide Squad. I mean, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was clever. I thought it was well acted. Well, I mean, Miles Teller was not annoying. He was actually very relatable. He was a very, very interesting character that you actually had sympathy for and you cared about. Jonah Hill, like you said, is just. In the beginning, he's this badass, and then we kind of see him kind of go down a little bit of a rabbit hole, and he really is an interesting character, and you kind of, you think you really know him, and then we eventually kind of see that we don't always, we don't know the people that we see on the surface. Bradley Cooper is in this movie not very long, but he has a very
10 minutes?
Probably about 10-15 minutes total, yeah, but he makes an impression, being this very interesting character. I think that the direction here is really, really good. I think the pacing is great.
Yeah.
Until kind of the end of the second act, the third act for me. Like, this movie is so much. It's fun. It's quick. You know, you have this really, really great story of this kid wanting to make it in its own way, of just getting rich and being successful. You know, and you have this great, interesting story of this kind of young kid, well, not super young, but getting thrown into this business that you could never imagine being a part of at that age. Well, I don't think any really person imagines to kind of fall into that business, and just how they handle themselves and how they build this business. And this is, like I said, it's a true story, and it's a really fascinating story. And then we have this really, really great part of the film where our characters have to go to Baghdad, and that's like a really funny, really great sequence. But then
Marlboro's cool.
Yeah, Marlboro. Yeah, he's funny. I mean, it's funny. It's like I said, it's really exciting. I mean, this movie just kind of flies by. But we do kind of hit a wall towards the end of the film when we start going to Albania a lot, and this movie kind of slows down. Oh, I forgot to say, Kevin Pollak is in this movie. Doesn't have to offer much of a performance. He's the guy who runs the laundry.
Oh, okay.
What is that called? The dry cleaner. You know, I'm a big fan of Kevin Pollak. It's always nice to see him.
The guy from Ocean's 11 was in the movie.
Yeah.
Do you know his real name? Kent?
No, it's the car dealer, dude.
Yeah, what is his name? Anyway, I don't want to get hung up on that. But yeah, like I mean,
I don't see him in a lot of movies.
No, he's not in a lot. And we have, you know, the female version of Ocean's 8. Ocean's 8. It was Ocean's Ocho, as Twitter would like to call it. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, but I think this movie still works even with
Anne Hathaway. Rihanna.
Anne Hathaway. Did you say Anne Hathaway already? Yeah, okay.
Rihanna.
Julia Roberts.
No.
Sandra Bullock.
Yep.
Sandra Bullock. I always.
Julia Roberts was already in it.
Yep, you're right.
I wouldn't be surprised for a cameo though.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
you
surprised
don't
by
want to
that
count
at
her
all.
out.
And
Pacing's great, movie's funny. I really enjoyed it. It's a smart movie. And like Shu, if the movie's about business, sometimes like movies can make businesses seem really uninteresting. Like Wolf of Wall Street makes penny stocks interesting. You know, this movie makes something which you probably don't even really grasp all the way to be like really fascinating and like you're just like, wow, this really happened. And then I mean,
at the beginning when they're like, when you see war, what do you see? When I see it, and it actually showed all that. And that's all real. It's like 17
the
grand
soldier
per person.
That's insane. Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
It's a movie about numbers. It's a movie that's smart and incredibly fun
I'm
for
in the
being
wrong business.
You know, you think that this movie you could see this movie definitely being one of those films where you're like, oh, it's too dramatic, it's too serious, but it ends up being a lot more fun.
Eddie Jemison.
Ocean's 11 guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, overall, I thought it was solid. I think that does have that hiccup towards the end, but then you have this great friction, and you have these two complete opposite characters who go through who have great. I mean, Miles Teller and Jonah Hill. My favorite scene in the movie is probably one not many people are going to care about, but you have this really great moment when a deal goes, something really good happens, a deal goes through, and you have Jonah Hill just sprinting on the beach to Miles Teller, and they are so happy and like so involved in the moment on Miami. They just hug each other and they fall, and it's just like, wow, you really get a feeling for how true this friendship is and how happy they are, and then it completely goes in like an opposite direction, which is really great. So I really enjoyed War Dogs.
Love it. And then also came out, and don't forget, which is already live,
Kudo, right up there.
And don't forget
film. And Ben-Hur.
The remake.
The second
Let's
remake.
see if this Chariot race can live up
to the hype.
Yeah.
Check out those reviews right up there, as well as last week I talked about the restoration that me and Dr. Jeff Krause, local film scholar, I'm helping him out, trying to get this restoration made. 1927 film. We're pulling it out of Lobster Films in Paris, France, to be restored, to be cleaned, to get a score, to get the title cards translated in English, so that not only the world can see this movie for the first time since that time frame, because the movie was only around for a few weeks, but the star of the film, Lassie Lou Ahern, who was in her mid-90s, 96, I want to say. It's her lifelong wish to watch this movie because she was working so much. She was in Little Rascals, and at that time she worked so much she never saw this movie, and she would love to see this movie to fulfill a lifelong wish, and we really want to make that happen. You can read all about that project, awesome. And she even talks about it in our article, so go check that out because it's a really, really cool project.
I love it all, and I love movies. I love motion picture, and ChasingSinema.com is another Film Lovers website, obviously. Love it all.
Always feel free to tune in to 98.5 KLUC on Friday mornings.
Chet Buchanan in the Morning Zoo.
Yep, I'm a part of the zoo. Just letting you know.
But we got a little Chasing Cinema to spice it up, yo.
Yeah. What up?
I love it, dude. Proud of you.
Always love. Oh, thank you, sir. I
You the
appreciate
man.
that. No, you the man.
We the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't.
We the war dogs. Ooh.
I really want to be.
Yeah, we're not.
No, we're not.